Okay, thank you. Okay, our meeting called to order. Please rise for a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence in respect and thoughts and prayers for our military, our first responders, our police officers, and anyone who puts themselves in harm's way to protect us. Thank you. We'll start with the Open Public Meetings Act statement, please.
In compliance with the provisions of Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of New Jersey of 1975, adequate notice of this meeting was given by publishing a notice in the December 2025 edition of the Trends. This notice was also placed on the Kinnelon Borough website and sent to the North Jersey Herald News, the Record, and posted on the Municipal Building Bulletin Board.
Thank you. Can I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Frida?
Here.
Councilpersons Maybe?
Here.
Chertow?
Here.
Harris?
Here.
Frank?
Here.
Lewis is absent. Reckler?
Here.
So Councilman Lewis called and said he wasn't feeling well, so he will not be at our meeting tonight. I know he gave his report to Councilwoman Frank, so when it's his turn, she'll read his report. Today we'll start with first welcoming the Girl Scouts. Welcome. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. Tonight is going to be one of the most exciting nights of your life because we get to talk about our budget. We get to talk about a sign ordinance. We get to talk about just a lot of really, really fun things. So I'm glad you're here. Welcome. I know most of your faces. Joy, thank you for coming. You always make my day when I see you. So thank you for always smiling and making Kinnelon the great place that it is. So, and I also saw you guys made Kinnelon Living magazine, which is pretty cool. I know, I think I saw, oh, there she is. There's Reagan. I want to thank you for, no, two Reagans, yeah. Trish, I'm sorry, Bray. Trish, you have done this now as your 1-year anniversary. Thank you so much. It's really made an impact in our town, and people really thoroughly enjoy reading this and seeing it. I know when I see the cover, I'm always like, hey, there's Reagan. I'm going to read this, you know. So people, if you know somebody on the cover, you're excited to open the book, and that's what it's about. So thank you for all that you do for Kinnelon. It's a great magazine. All right, so we're going to, we have to start with our budget. So we're going to bring our auditor up and also our CFO. No round of applause. So I think if you touch that front of the thing, it goes on. I learned that from a third grader yesterday when they were here. Does it work, Jen? Tap? It's working? All right, so I'd like to start off with our CFO is Jen Stillman. She's I guess I would say probably 95% or not even higher. She's done most of this budget, so I want to thank her for that. I know the council has constantly, all of us have called Jen and said, take this out, add this in, and she did it with a smile. Well, sometimes. What she did it, and you did an excellent job on our budget, and we do appreciate it. And I would like to have you at least start off with explaining the budget and what you've gone through and all the information you have, and then we'll go to Paul.
So, I want to thank everyone that ran around like crazy. My staff was awesome today. Karen Yulee helped me
At what time? 4:03? Oh, geez.
So it's been a day, but I do want to thank everybody.
Well, we appreciate your, you know, the effort you put into our budget. It really showed this year, so thank you. Now we'll introduce Paul Lurch, who's our registered municipal accountant, correct?
Thank you, Mayor.
And welcome aboard. I know you're the one in charge of making sure this is done correctly and all the stuff we have inputted is right, so.
Well, thanks for having me. And as Jen indicated, we were subject to state review this year. And the state's been having some difficulties. They're transitioning to a new head of examiner. The old examiner that was in charge has been there for 30-plus years. She retired finally, and so we have a new person in charge. And they instituted additional checks and balances, that on top of the fact that now that the state came out with the document saying that they were going to fine individual council members $150 a day if you were not on time. And on time meant, generally speaking, that you had to adopt the budget in the month of May. You had to introduce in April, you had to adopt the budget in the month of May. Now, that statute's been around for a very long time. They've never actually enforced it. So I think when you take the combination of now this new letter of enforcement, the fact that we have new individuals down at the state, they really got backlogged. And we've experienced a ton of these where they come to us literally the day before our meeting. I mean, we were calling down, Jen was calling, and we finally got an examiner, and then they finally give us the review notes, and the review notes, what we're used to, were somewhat, you know, common sense kind of review notes. Why did we do this? And you know, cap issues and those kinds of things. Now, those review notes expanded probably tenfold, and they're asking questions about why you're changing line items and budgets. Why are they going up? Why are they going down? And quite frankly, we've never really experienced that on a state review, right? It's supposed to be more of a technical review than that type of review. But anyway, Jen was terrific. You know, she responded. We did it together, a concerted effort. You know, we processed the requests. A lot of the requests have to be done by Jen, explanation-wise. So together, we went through the process back and forth today, and we did get it resolved at 4 o'clock, which is terrific. So we're here to hopefully adopt the budget tonight. I think it's a very sound budget. I can say that from my professional experience when I look at the budget, and I'll reference roughly $100 increase to an average home, which includes library, right? It's one of the smallest increases that I've seen this year. I was at a client last night, they were $400 an average home. And I have quite a few at $400, $200. We have one that's going to exceed $600 an average home. So this is really terrific, and you are absolutely on the low end of that spectrum as far as what the increase to the average home is. So I think from that perspective, it's terrific. You guys are doing a great job. It's fiscally sound. You're running a tight ship. I think that, you know, the major increases here on spending is only up around $400,000. I'll just round it. More than half, 54% of it's salaries, and salaries are going up the normal increase of roughly 4%. You know, you have to understand that even if you don't give 4% to an office worker, but when you're doing that on the PBA side, they have step increases. So 4% is never 4. It's typically 6, you know, and that happens also on the DPW side. So, you know, the compounding effect of salaries only going up 4%, I mean, you're right in line. That means the rest of the items are pretty much, you know, nominal increases. We did utilize additional surplus this year of $160,000, but the surplus balance went up. And that's always something that you do want to see, right? So surplus number went up from the year before. It went up almost $600,000, fiscal year 24 compared to fiscal year end 25. So the utilization rate is very similar. We're using about 42 to 43% of the surplus, been consistently doing that. And that really sets you up for next year as well. And I think that's what's important, because we can do anything 1 year. Literally. I mean, you know, you could have a massive tax decrease 1 year, but then next year you'll have to deal with the consequences of that. And I know I'm a firm believer of slow and steady wins the race. And that's the approach you have been using over the years that I've been here anyway. So I don't know if anybody has any specific questions, but I think I kind of covered the global concepts of the budget.
Does anybody on the council have any questions? All right, I'm going to ask the Girl Scouts. How much do you think the borough budget is? What does it take us to run the police department, pave your roads, cut your grasses, everything? How much money? Guess? 10 million, all right, that's a great answer. All right, that won't cover much, but we, $18 million. Yep. And that's to make sure that you're always safe and make sure your roads are looking good, your parents are happy, you're being, well, we can't say you're being educated because that's a whole nother, that's more money, that's a lot of money. That's over $40 million for the schools, so.
And you're also getting a terrific library.
Yes, terrific library and everything else, so. Good place, you guys meet at the library, correct? Yeah, so, all right, well, you failed the first question. We've got a couple more coming your way, so. Go ahead, Paul. I see no questions from the council, and that's a compliment to you and Jen.
Thank you. Thanks again for having us as well.
Okay. All right, so I guess we'll just move to new business real quick. So we'll move to the A, which is the public hearing and adoption of ordinance 07-2026, an ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limit and establish a cap bank for calendar year 2026. I need a motion to approve that.
Make a motion. Second.
I need a roll call, please.
Councilman Maybe?
Yes.
Councilman Cherto?
Yes.
Councilman Harris?
Yes.
Councilwoman Frank?
Yes.
Councilman Reckler?
No.
And Councilman Lewis is absent.
Okay, it's 4 yes votes. So that passes. Now we're open to the public hearing to the public. Anybody from the public like to come up and be heard on the 2026 municipal budget? Any Girl Scouts want to talk about our budget?
Or
No?
ask questions.
Or
Wanna ask any
questions? Go ahead.
Why is it so much money?
That's a good question. Well, that's a good question. Jen can answer that question, but let's give them one number. How much is health insurance for all of our employees here that work here as their full-time job with families? Their health insurance will probably come in $1 million and change?
Yeah, well, we have budgeted just under $1 million for health insurance.
Right. So just $1 million to give our employees the health insurance that they deserve. And then there are salaries of our employees, from police officers to DPW workers to our CFO to our clerks to everybody. What's our salaries? I think I have it on here.
Questions.
Salaries are, I'm pretty close, 5.5 million.
5.5 million.
So that's,
Employees does that cover?
3. No, I'm just kidding. Including me. No.
yeah, that's just Marion County.
Ballpark, I think we have what, like 30-ish? Is that right, 30?
No, more than that.
Oh, because of the yeah, I always forget the DPW guys. Sorry, Joe. Yes,
A lot of part-time,
so you're
even
30, probably close to 50-ish. So, it's a lot. The chief alone makes 600, what do you make, chief, 700,000? No, but they all make, there's no one here that's like you read about in the papers that's making millions of dollars. Everybody here makes an honest wage, and we always keep an eye on that. And up here as council people, they get 2,000, I think, and I get 6,000.
What? 77?
7,700 I get.
Do you actually get that?
Yeah, and I actually, everything that I buy for even tonight, anything I buy, I use my money and make sure that that 77 is paid for on things I do for the community. So,
May I ask
but
a
that's it.
question,
Yes.
Mr. Lurch, of the budget, the municipal budget, how much of that goes to the library?
$915,000.
So almost another $1 million for that. So So we've already, like, the million for the first question, million for the library, 5.5 million, that's already 7.5 million. That's, you know, a huge chunk of that, you know, that.
Right. And then we have trucks, police cars, pavers, and cones, and, yep.
Each question costs $1 million.
Yeah. But that was a great question. Thank you for that. Any other questions from the public? All right, hearing none, I'll bring it back to, close it to the public, and we'll push Resolution 501, 2026. It is a motion to adopt the 2026 Kinnelon Municipal Budget. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion. Second.
Okay, I have Anthony and Sean.
Just have a quick discussion.
Sure.
Sure, I just wanted to just briefly, just thank Jen. Usually by the time my report is, she's gone, and then I hope she's watching it at home, but, I truly appreciate everything you do, and I know you don't like the limelight and whatnot, but, I appreciate everything you do, and, I say this all the time, it's not easy working with me, you know, but, I value you and everything that you do, and I just wanted to make sure that I come on there tonight, so thank you for everything you do.
And your whole department as well.
Yeah.
Yes, really appreciate
do well.
all that they do, and all the help that that department's given me for the memorial this, over the last year, so, thank you.
Anyone else like to say anything? Okay, I have a motion from Councilman Cherto, a second from Councilman Maybe. I need a roll call, please.
Councilman Maybe?
Yes.
Councilman Cherto?
Yes.
Councilman Harris?
Yes.
Councilwoman Frank?
Yes.
Councilman Reckler?
No.
Okay, so I have 4 yeses. The budget passes for 2026. Thank you to you guys. I appreciate it.
Round of
All right.
applause for our finance department.
All right, my report, pretty easy tonight. First, like I said, I'd like to thank the Girl Scouts for coming. I know we have a super Girl Scout here, right, Reagan Sharkey? 35 years as a Girl Scout, I heard a rumor.
Oh, Joy's not that old.
No, Joy's not that old. Well, no, you're not, you started when you were 1. But 35 years as a Girl Scout, they said they recognize you and you received the Commitment to Excellence Above and Beyond award from the Girl Scouts.
Ooh, that's fine.
I can't say. But I heard it's a very prestigious award and you deserve it. And I know you do, so thank you for all you do for Kinnelon's Girl Scouts. So,
If it's okay, we have some, this is legal, right? This is not a bribe. The girls have some things that we want to give to you.
yeah, I'll come down and then I think I have some things for you guys.
All right. That's very good, guy. You need to live, but you're a girl, so.
What's that?
So you guys can, go around and.
Oh, why, thank you, sweetheart.
Oh,
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
I did read in
Thank
Kinnelon Borough,
you.
you guys have a cookie person that's in charge of cookies. I would like that job. All right. 7,700.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
you so
you
much.
added Girl Scout cookies to the budget, it
Ah, really?
skyrocketed.
Oh, that's a great tent.
Well, I'll be honest, every time I go to a Girl Scout, every time I go to a Girl Scout cookie dig, I always.
Thank you. Oh, these are good too, tagalongs, I like tagalongs.
Who got the Samoas?
I know.
I'm gonna get the thin mints, I'm gonna get the thin mints.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Look, she's got,
Oh, how
thanks.
cute.
What you guys all do? Oh, look at that.
Perfect.
The best camp I've.
Thank you.
That's
Put
cool.
it this way, so it looks like it's growing down here.
And do I read this for Councilman Lewis?
Oh, yeah, sure. You can put it in his mailbox.
He likes cookies. Did everybody get a patch?
We got tag-
No, I didn't get a patch. You get a patch?
Tag along.
Yeah, it's easier if you go behind.
Yeah, why does he show?
Yeah, go behind.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll bring them all up in a minute, yeah. So now for you guys,
Oh my God.
we got you some Kinnelon medals. So we want to thank you guys for.
Leave one for the, Oh, he got one actually. Oh, look at that, that's such a cute bear. Thank you so much. Oh, is that Aunt Rickabear bear? Neat. What do you think? Anthony, what do you think? Right there? Right there? Yeah? I'm gonna get rid of the collar pin, I'm gonna put this one.
Since we're calling out achievements, Joy was honored on Tuesday night as, one of the latest Girl Scout Gold Awards.
Here you go. More. There's more, I gotta pick up the speed, right? Okay. Coming through. There you go. So thank you for all you guys do for Kinnelon, and then lastly, this is when I spend the council's money, they like when I do this. Now you all get a book,
Oh, cool, check that out.
so you can take notes.
Get it under $1 million.
I gave these after we talk numbers, so you can write anything down. There you go. There you go. And
So we each gonna do it? I can do a little Kinnelon notebook, come on.
and ready again? 35 years.
Put that in the, this needs to be an article, Anthony. That needs to be an article, we need to do an article.
Everybody wants to be an editor.
All right, now that I'm up here, all the Girl Scouts can come up for a picture. And you guys can sit in the chairs and we'll stand behind you.
Just don't touch my computer. Touch my
Joy, do you know anybody who wants to be mayor?
Councilman Frank. I wanna be doing it.
I love the opposite. Yeah. Mayor Joy.
There you go. All right,
Look at
slide
all the-
in.
Look at all the patches, that's awesome.
I have so many passions, honestly.
There you go, right
She
there.
is the most out of all of us combined.
Share chairs.
Crazy.
Slide in. Anybody else?
There's one here. There's one here. Here, come on. Come on. Stay right here. Reagan's got to come up.
Yes!
Chairless.
Joy, here you go.
Here, you
Here,
can
stand.
switch
Oh, you
in.
want to pretend you had a chair? Here, slide in.
Here.
I'll make more room.
Whoa. I'm not gonna fit.
All right.
Everybody look and smile. Or look fierce or something.
All right.
Do the fearless thing.
All right, Joy, let me see you hit the hammer a couple times. Meeting to order. Oh, you can hit it harder than that.
I gotta get that.
There you
Do it again, Joy.
go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, here, watch, you got to go. There you go.
I was gonna say, Brooke, do you wanna try it too?
You want to?
That brownie has power, I'm telling you.
All right, well, thank you for coming up.
Thank you for letting us come up.
And the rest of our meeting's not very exciting, so if you guys want to go
This was
home and
the
do your
most
homework, we
exciting
won't be
part.
offended. Thank you, Joy.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too.
I love my man, Brandon.
I love my Mayor Frida.
Whoa, what's going on? All right, don't let the lawyer hurt himself.
All right. Well, just when you think I'm done, I know, it doesn't end. It was Clerk's Week as well. So we had it, the council and myself decided we needed to do something for our two amazing clerks. Our assistant clerk and our clerk, if that's the word. We know how much you love these.
Oh, thank you,
And I
sweetheart.
didn't know what you liked, but I couldn't guess everyone likes gummy bears. Here's flowers. Thank you so much for all you guys do.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, how sweet.
And that's all I have. And Joe's in the back, and this is DPW week, which I'm sure Councilman Maybe is going to talk about. But the DPW will be getting lunch tomorrow on us, so thank you.
And Jim has a bouquet of flowers here for you.
All right. So that is the end of my report. I think I covered everybody I was supposed to cover. Hold on. Yep, I'm good. All right, we're going to move on to my amazing council. We're going to start with Public Works and Utility. Councilman Maybe had a scare yesterday. I know he had a really bad fire in West Milford. That was actually 30 feet from his shop and everything there, so I'm glad. Thank God nothing happened to his shop, but it was a really bad fire, and we know our fire department responded. I know Councilman Harris was there and really saved the day, so thank you. So with that, Councilman Maybe.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I'll start out right where you left off. First off, I really want to just commend Councilman Harris and the Kinnelon Volunteer Fire Department, Brian Jacosa, for responding to the call to West Milford's plea for help. My particular property is located up in West Milford, unfortunately right next to a junkyard. The junkyard happened to catch on fire due to some complications with electric and some negligence. And, you know, Kinnelon, Butler, Vernon, Bloomingdale, Hardiston, Wanacue, Rockaway, Green Pond, Jefferson, Picatinny Arsenal, Ringwood, Arlington, Vernon, Alamucci, Riverdale, Potten Lakes, and Patterson, along with the county of Passaic and Orange and Rockland, all came to the call and not only saved my business, but saved all my surrounding neighbors. So just on a personal level, I want to thank each and every one of those volunteers, because the vast majority of those departments are all volunteer. Not only is our department here in Kinnelon amazing and incredible, we all need to really stop and think how critical our volunteer firemen and women that serve our communities, that come to our call to save our families, lives, businesses, homes, pets. It's an amazing thing, and they do this out of duty. They do not collect a salary or get any benefit. They just do it to serve their community. So I can't commend them enough for everything they do. And again, thank you to Councilman Harris.
You're very welcome, Councilman.
Yes, it is National Public Works Week. I have a proclamation here. Joe, again, I'm sorry, I don't have flowers for you. That's what Joel is coming. I'm gonna read this proclamation quick. Before I do, I just wanna commend our Public Works here in Kinnelon. They are one of the finest in the state of New Jersey, and Superintendent Joe Niosi has done an amazing job, and quite frankly, Joe, it's a pleasure working with you. It's cohesive, we're on the same page, we work great together, and just you're forward thinking, and I think that's something that Kinnelon lacked for a very long time. It's that forward thinking of what is this gonna look like in the future, and how can we set it up to not only be more efficient, but be more cost effective. And everything you've done has been great, and I look forward to continue working with you. Whereas, Public Works professional focus on infrastructure, facilities, and services that are of vital importance to sustainable and resilient communities and to the public health, high quality of life, and well-being of the people of Kinnelon. And whereas, the infrastructure, facilities, and services could not be provided without the dedicated efforts of the public works professionals who are engineers, managers, and employees at all levels of government and private sector, who are responsible for rebuilding, improving, and protecting our nation's transportation, water supply, water treatment, and solid waste systems, public buildings, and other structures and facilities essential for our citizens, and whereas it is in the public's interest for the citizens, civic leaders, and children in the Borough of Kinnelon to gain knowledge of and maintain an ongoing interest and understanding of the importance of public works and public works programs in their respective communities. And whereas the year 2026 marks the 66th annual National Public Works Week, sponsored by the American Public Works Association. Be it now resolved, I, Mayor Frida, do here designate the week of May 17th through the 23rd, 2026 as National Public Works Week. I urge all citizens to join with representatives of the American Public Works Association and the government agencies in activities, events, and ceremonies designed to pay tribute to our public works professionals, engineers, managers, and employees, and to recognize the substantial contributions they make to protecting our national health, safety, and advancing quality of life for all of us. In witness whereof, I in utero set my hand and caused the seal of the state, done at the Borough of Kinnelon this day, the 21st day of May 26th. And again, thank you to DPW and the great job they did.
Thank you, Joe.
Just close out, Mayor, utilities, I know we're still working on the PRV valve. We're waiting on finalized engineering report. Again, kudos to Joe for diving in that and cutting out unnecessary costs that we do not need to spend. Drainage, East Lake, Faison Lakes, they're still progressing along. It was always gonna be a little bit of a tedious project due to the ground conditions there, but they are making inroads and moving forward, and pretty much that's it for me, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll move on to Finance and Public Safety, Councilman Cherto.
Thank you, Mayor. So a couple things on the public safety front. You'll see on the agenda, Resolution 508-2026. That's agreeing to a shared service agreement with the Board of Education. The Board of Education has met, and it's been a little bit of a lengthy process, but as long as it results in a positive outcome. So we were able to renew an agreement with the Board of Education for our shared service resource officers. Positive outcomes, we had 2 full-time officers, 2 part-time officers. The new contract allows for 4 full-time officers, 1 for each of the 4 schools. So that's a huge plus to the outcome of this new contract. I want to thank everybody that was involved in that contract. It resulted in a positive outcome. Tonight we voted on the municipal budget. As you heard, there's some things that we're also going to talk about that involve money later on, which is bonding. So bonding, the best way to put it is you're gonna buy, 100 cases, you're gonna ask for 100 cases of cookies, but you don't wanna pay for them. And you're getting that loan, and then eventually you have to pay for all those cookies that you took or give them all back. So what we do in a municipality is we bond for larger purchases that we can't necessarily afford in a lump sum within our municipal budget. So tonight we have bonds for equipment, paving, and again, the important thing is you might bond, you might say yes, let's do the project, But it's the vote we did earlier in the municipal budget that actually has to pay for all that stuff. So it's one thing I always like to keep in mind. It's easy now to say, hey, yes, let's bond for the money. Everybody votes yes, but then when it comes to actually voting on the municipal budget and you vote no, you're basically voting no to now pay for those cookies in a sense. So but always keep that in mind. When it comes to the paving, we are bonding tonight, but I just want to let everybody know, we're still not sure if we're going to pave in 2026, just because of the high prices of oil. We want to make sure that we use the money to the best possibility of that dollar, and we are going to have the money available to us. And as things progress, we're going to keep an eye on the prices, and depending on what that fluctuation is, we might hold off till the fall or the spring. Mainly because if we're gonna bond $995,000, we wanna really take every advantage of that dollar. So that's kind of a little briefing on bonding. App. Did everybody at 7:30 get the app announcement on their phone? Okay, good, they're shaking their heads yes. If not, it's because you don't have the app. So go into the App Store and search My Kinnelon. My Kinnelon, it's where we're going to be putting out all the information. It's going to be push notifications directly to your phone. Right now we're up to 500. We surpassed 500. That was the goal. So Joella and Jen Almarat, they're the two that are spearheading this project. I think it's a great idea because you go in the app and you don't have to say, well, where do I go to the website to figure all this stuff out? Just go in the app and it's there right at your fingertips. If you said, hey, I don't remember that notification, just go into prior notifications, and if it's still an active event, it's there, ready to go. So I encourage you to please check that out. Lastly, I would just like to recognize Captain Nick Cifelli and Chief Joe Napolitano for taking part in the 2026 Police Unity Tour. Police officers from all around the country bicycle to Washington, D.C. in honor of officers that have passed or a loved one. Basically, each and every day, Chief Joe and Captain Cifelli really make this community proud. But what's amazing is they set such an example for our officers. I don't think I've ever not seen one of our officers not smile. They're always smiling, they're always happy, they're always friendly. And that just doesn't happen by chance. It happens straight from the top, from our chief and our captain. So felt like I needed to recognize them. Again, echoing what Councilman Mabee said with the Kinnelon Fire Company helping out West Milford. If you are interested in being one of those firemen, please consider it. You can go down to Company One's Firehouse on Keel Ave any first Monday of the month and get an application and join the team. Let me just see. Fortunately, I have everything on my phone tonight. I want to make sure I got it all. Bonding Unity Tour app. Budget, yep, that's it. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, nice report, Councilman, thank you. We'll move on to ordinance. Councilman Harris.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to follow up with a couple of points or notes about the fire that happened. I wanted to thank Councilman Mabee for his acknowledgement of myself and Brian Jancosa. There were actually several other Kinnelon firefighters there at the scene as well. First and foremost, Chief Tom Stern was there, and he actually ran a draft site so that the water that was being provided to the fire, right in front of where the drive comes in, was there. Water was ready, and Kinnelon plus 12 other tankers were in line, just providing water, tanker after tanker. Assistant Chief Frank Prague was also there. He was helping to coordinate the tankers at the drop point. Firefighter John Olstein from Company 3, firefighter William Carreri, and firefighter Joe Kappa all were at a draft site that was set up on Macapin Road, and all night long up until 4 o'clock in the morning. They were pumping water out of a pond and putting it in the tankers and sending it up the road, up Weaver Road, so that that water could be put on the fire. So a lot of effort on the part of Kinnelon Volunteer Fire Company, and a lot of people gave up some long hours of sleep to try and make sure that that fire didn't extend out into all the various woodlands, and also into Councilman Mabee's personal property. So I think that everybody that was there should be recognized. And I personally appreciate the fact that so many people got up at 11 o'clock at night and they heard that there was something going on in another town, and not just in Kinnelon, but all these different fire companies. Got up in the middle of the night, probably most of them had to work the next day, but they got up and they went to the fire and stayed there until 4:30 in the morning. Some people stayed even longer, so I think those folks actually deserve a round of applause. So I'm gonna-
Yeah.
All right, so as far as ordinance goes,
Apologies for not asking for every single one, I probably should have done that before, but again,
well, the fact that you were in the middle of it, you didn't see as much as the rest of us saw. You were basically, yeah, so I'm not, no harm, no foul. I completely understand where your focus was. And I didn't mention those people, for any reason other than to make sure that they got recognized. So as far as ordinance goes, we have 5 ordinances that we're dealing with tonight. 4 of them have already been mentioned, and the 5th one is a sign ordinance, which we are going to table, which, let's see, ordinance 05/2026. So last month, we introduced a sign ordinance, something we had been working on for several months, just trying to correct it, make it more encompassing of what signage that's being
Is that true?
put along the roads, things like that. Giving some
Table.
parameters around what's permissible, what's not permissible,
And here.
and also adding things that have been left off the previous sign ordinance. We sent that, as we were required to, we sent that to the planning board, and the planning board reviewed it, and they noticed that in our old ordinance, a parameter around realtor signs, the dimensions were actually incorrect. Something we had just copied forward from the old ordinance, so they asked that we correct that, so we have to pull the old ordinance, and we're gonna introduce tonight a revised ordinance, the same exact ordinance, it just has a different dimension on it. So that's going to be ordinance 1026. It's a ordinance to amend chapter 207 zoning restrictions in the Borough of Kinnelon in signs. The last thing I want to talk about real quickly is the memorial, the Veterans and First Responders Memorial that, I don't know if anyone who came in today passed by it when they drove in, but a lot of work is being done on it in the last 2 weeks. Our supervisor for the DPW, Joe Neosi, has had his guys working on it, and basically we had a bare patch in the middle, and there was some funky grass around the outside edges, and in the last week, he has taken that, put in mulch. We got delivery of some granite benches that the mayor and Councilman Chirdo purchased a year ago, and finally were delivered yesterday. And the memorial's really looking good. We did some plantings in the center. We've got a few more plantings around the edge to put in, but everything is being quickly put together for the Memorial Day celebration. And that's going to happen on this coming Monday. I believe President Brissett, it's at 9 a.m.
10.
Or no, it's 10 a.m.?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. We'll be holding the Memorial Day celebration here in front of the Borough Building.
We're hoping our Girl Scouts come.
Yes. And we're going to thank all the veterans that have given their lives for the safety of our country.
Correct.
And that's pretty much it.
Well, great report. Would you like a cookie?
I would like a cookie. Thank you.
This is why I donate them to the troops, because I'll eat this whole sleeve in about 10 minutes. But thank you for my cookies. All right, we're going to move on to Councilwoman Frank for personnel, and also Councilman Lewis's report as well.
Yes, good evening, Mayor. As part of the Personnel Committee report, I would like to take a moment to officially welcome Mr. Eric Colvin as the incoming Borough Administrator for the Borough of Kinnelon. Eric brings with him more than a decade of municipal leadership experience in local government here in New Jersey, most recently serving as the Borough Administrator for the Borough of Raritan in Somerset County. In that role, he oversaw a $16 million operating budget, managed capital and infrastructure projects, supervised municipal operations and personnel, and worked closely with elected officials, department heads, boards, and the community. Throughout his career, Eric has demonstrated strong leadership in budgeting, strategic planning, shared services, grant administration, labor relations, and public communications. He has also played a key role in pursuing and administering millions of dollars in county, state, and federal grant funding to support municipal initiatives and community improvements. In addition to his administrative experience, Eric holds a master's in public administration from the Rutgers University and has earned professional certification as a qualified purchasing agent and registered municipal clerk. His involvement in numerous county and statewide municipal organizations further reflects his commitment to professional public service and collaborative government. The mayor and the council look forward to working with Eric as he transitions into this important role serving our residents, staff, and community. We are confident that his experience, professionalism, and vision will be a tremendous asset to Kinnelon. I would also like to thank everyone who participated in the search and interview process, which was thorough and thoughtful in identifying the right candidate to help lead the borough forward. Please join me in welcoming Eric to Kinnelon. We wish him much success in his new position and look forward to a positive impact his leadership will bring to our community.
Yes, definitely.
Thanks, Mayor, that's all.
Yep. All right, and do you have a report for Councilman Lewis?
I do. Okay, so
If you want to sum it up, he's a long-winded fellow.
this is a very long report, but it has a lot of great information.
Okay, go ahead.
So he's starting out with the recreation. We're excited to announce a new summer program coming soon called Yoga on the Green. Individuals or entire families can come for some peace and tranquility on the Kinnelon Town Hall Green this summer. Registration information will be sent out soon. Also being added will be pickleball lessons. Look for sign up soon. The Kinnelon Borough Rec Department was awarded the 2026 DCA Local Rec Grant for $64,000 to go towards our lighting renewal project at the Boonton Avenue facility. The plan is to use the grant to upgrade the lighting to LED and a push-button on-off switch for the Bath tennis courts. We are applying for another grant to cover the changeover of the rest of the Bath lighting to LED. The spring season has been a smashing success through spring, winter, and summer temperatures all in 1 month. Our spring was met with great success in all programs, topped off by the resurgence of Kinnelon softball. Summer camp registration is still open. Many programs are nearly or already full, so register now for a summer of fun. May 30th, the KHS Ability Awareness Club in Kinnelon Recreation will be holding the second annual Colts Derby at the Stony Brook School Gym from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m., rain or shine. Have fun with friends and family for a morning of games, a giant globe slide, munchies, and more. All are welcome. Registration for fall football and cheer is now open. The remainder of fall programs will be opening soon. The library. Everyone should have received a postcard mailer from the library recently announcing their On the Lawn concert series, with 4 concerts, with the first concert featuring the Poots Band on May 30th. The flyer also had information for the summer reading program beginning June 12th and running through August 21st. There are 2 Friends of the Library fundraisers. Thursday, May 28th, Spam-A-Lot at the Barn Theater. Tickets are $40 and can be purchased at the library at the door. Saturday, May 30th, Shredding, $10 per box behind Borough Hall. And then lastly, environmental. Under the leadership of Scott Kruger, the Environmental Committee held a very successful town-wide cleanup day held on Saturday, May 9th. We want to thank everyone that participated in this Keep Kinnelon Beautiful event. Special thanks to the DPW for their help, and thanks to our mayor for being part of the cleanup crew as well. That's the report.
I'm scared of snakes, so every time I pick something up, I worry about a snake. But it was a great turnout as well, so. Didn't realize how much styrofoam could be in woods. People must drive by with their cars and throw styrofoam out because they don't know what to do with it. So I know Joe's working on that, right? You're coming up with something at our DPW for styrofoam? Good, because we need it. All right, we'll move on to Councilman Reckler for recreation and open, or not recreation, OEM and coordinating. Councilman Reckler.
Good evening, everyone. Tomorrow is Friday. I start every council meeting by saying, Friday, we ask the military asks that you wear red. So the red is in honor of Remember Everyone Deployed. So this is the 3rd council meeting that we're in a military operation. I'll call it a war. So I ask for everyone to keep their thoughts and prayers of the consent agenda, golf, letter G out for the shared services agreement. The police, the SLEOs, school police officers were given a raise of 1.25%. I don't think that reflects really their position or gratitude that we share for them. To kind of finish up on a positive, just a supportive note and an affirmation. So the fire in West Milford, I heard the names of the responding departments. So Picatinny Arsenal was allowed to respond under a program called Defense Support for Civil Authorities. And that's something that allows the federal resources to be brought into the town. Usually military people can't leave the base because of something called possible knowledge. But in emergencies like that, so those gentlemen and ladies that responded from Picatinny, all of them, but it's nice to see the cooperation in our community with that. That's my report, Mayor.
Okay. I know you mentioned G, but the police was 2.5% raised, not 1.25.
Oh, I'm sorry, an effective raise of 1.25, because for 3 years, they didn't get a.
Oh, an effective rate, okay.
I apologize.
Okay, thank you. All right, we'll move on to hearing, well, we'll move on to new business. No, we did that already, so we're gonna move on to hearing from the public. Would anybody from the public like to be heard? Please come up and, okay.
Hello, Mayor, council people.
Hello.
My name is Eric Rebel. I live on Brook Valley Road, down on the far end, almost near the tail end, just over the bridge of Brook Valley Road over 287. I am a former traffic homicide investigator and an accident reconstructionist. And I was minding my own business, as I usually do, never. And this past 2 weekends ago, there was a motorcycle accident at the intersection of Jardine Lane and Brook Valley Road. So, in doing what I had done for 25 years, I looked at the intersection and found a lot of different problems. The main problem is that the painted lines are now faded to almost unrecognizable, okay? But let's start on the far end. Coming from Jacksonville Chapel on Jardine Lane, there is a stop sign at that intersection. The stop sign is visible 21 feet from the stop sign because there's a tree there that you can't see. And when a vehicle is traveling at 55 miles an hour, it's traveling 80 feet per second. So in calculating how many ceiling tiles are here, this room is 80 feet long, okay? So, but at 25 miles an hour, okay, you're traveling 37 feet per second. The stop sign is visible at 21 feet, so you have less than a second to see the stop sign if you're not from around here. Put your foot from the gas pedal to the brake takes 0.4 seconds. So now almost half a second. So now you're stopping and cars slide through the intersection and miss the stop sign. The stop sign is also very faded and it's not up to date, meaning it isn't a retro reflective stop sign, high intensity, so it's an older stop sign. And it's too close to the intersection. The stop line is at the intersection. I propose that under engineering, because I know this all has to go through engineering and then through a meeting, an ordinance basically, to move the stop sign back another 10 feet and the stop line back, so people can stop and then look. So there's a little safety there. So that's from Jardine Lane coming this way. Let's go from the south, coming off of Jacksonville Road onto Brook Valley. When you come up the hill is a 28-degree hill that goes into a 94-degree turn. So because the lines aren't visible, when you come up the hill, one car per weekend ends up in 35 Brook Valley Road's driveway. It comes straight up the hill, doesn't recognize that there is a turn, and just goes right to his driveway. To the point where on weekends, he parks his car straight across the end of his driveway, so people see that, and they don't run into the driveway where his children are. So, in saying that, to help that, there is, there is a sign on the right that says, welcome to Kinnelon, and nothing else after that. So what I propose, and knowing that, a little, hey, there's a corner coming up, right? And other than that, with that, you have a retroactive, slow, sharp turn. So it would look almost like this. Okay? So there you go there, it's a gift that I'm donating to the town. It is the same company you use in the same manner and DOT approved signs for something like that. So then, under that new stop sign that I hope goes on Jardine will be slow, blind curve and driveway underneath that stop sign. Okay, so people who come to it and they stop will know that there's a driveway there and that there's a blind curve coming there. Then, coming from that intersection and we go north, there's a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit sign 1 mile north of coming down the hill, around the corner, over the bridge. 1 mile from that intersection, so I have your 25-mile-an-hour speed limit sign and your speed check by radar sign. So, also entering that intersection would be the traditional, there is a sign there that says that the corner, I think it actually says, stop or yield for left turn, okay? It's a small little sign, but it's not the traditional yield sign that people would recognize. And cross traffic does not stop. So as they're crossing that lane, the people coming north at that intersection don't have to stop, and they wouldn't stop. So this is that caution for them, okay? So, basically, the intersection's a mess, and it's going to end up in a fatality. That motorcycle rider, luckily, he hit that car, instead of being in front and ricocheting off into the tree, he hit that car just in front of the tire and behind the bumper, in the soft spot there, where the motorcycle hit and he tumbled onto his feet again, but before he hit the mailbox. So he had minor injuries, but he is still alive. Pushing the car, his motorcycle pushed the car, she made the left without checking down the hill. Because it's also a blind curve looking down at that 28 degrees when you're going from Brook Valley south to go to Jardine. She just went straight, and the motorcycle hit her just in the right spot, where most of the motorcycle and the soft spot of that car collided, and he just went whoop, right onto his feet and ran into the grass. Where the second motorcycle had to stop and slid around his and hit her on the driver's side, on the far side. So, because of just the mechanics of the turn. So, therefore, I'm donating these signs to you, in hopes that this will make an engineering study, let's hope. This speed limit sign should probably go on the downhill, the straightaway downhill, before you turn left onto the bridge, okay? Because whenever you have a speed limit sign, you have to think about the engineering of, people have to see the sign, and they have to look at their speed while they're not turning. See what I'm saying? So now they're coming down the hill, they slow down for the corner onto the bridge. If you look at that bridge, the guardrail and the bridge itself has where many cars have slid around that corner because they're going too fast with just inertia coming down that hill, that they lose control, hit the bridge, and then continue on. So slowing them down before the bridge makes them slow down for the bridge and into this intersection where these other signs would be, to caution people of blind turn and a real yield sign to make a left. And then the people going right would go right, the people coming up have a choice of going up Brook Valley. If they know the turn's there, they are prepared for that with the new retro-reflective and beaded lines, right? Reflective lines. These signs would caution them to come up over. But they also have a choice of going out to Jardine. Trucks come up, not so much articulated trucks, but even the straight trucks come up to make a right turn on Jardine, and because the stop line is so close, then a car stopped there, they have to stop. So now the rear of the truck has now come into the southbound lane. They have to wait for that truck. Now, because somebody stopped at that sign on the stop line, the truck can't go forward and they can't see what traffic's may come around the back of the truck. So moving that stop line back at least 20 feet lets the trucks come around, lets the people stop and slowly go forward to check the traffic. Clear up the trees on the right-hand side so they see the stop sign before the 21 feet, making it retro-reactive stop sign, and the sign underneath it, blind curve driveway. I think that covers the engineering on it. I'll give you my business card.
Sure.
If you need any help with this, I'll volunteer my time with that. This is my,
You didn't buy any poles too, did you?
I can if you. But I know the DPW,
No,
the DPW guys actually, they actually like.
I've had an accident there, so I was coming up the Brook Valley Way making a left, and another guy was coming this way making the left on the Jardine, and we didn't actually hit, but we both locked it up and just missed each other. So I will promise that our chief will look into it and talk to our traffic officer and our engineer, and they'll make the decision. This council and myself, we don't make any decisions when it comes to public safety, so they're the ones we trust and rely on.
My biggest thought was give you the.
Yeah, thank you, I do appreciate that.
Because I spent probably 30 hours drawing this
Right.
all out and everything else, and calculating the distance.
Yeah, thank you.
And the stop times, just because that's what I do. So, so this is for you, and the DPW and the chief.
They're both here, and they'll have, I'll give them your cards, but thank you. Are you a Kinnelon resident?
I am, I live at 45.
Okay.
Just the first driveway over the bridge on the left.
Okay.
There, so I see these people come down at the highest 50 miles an hour.
Yes, yeah.
There is no stop, there is no speed limit sign. Then the speed limit on the bottom side is behind a tree, so you can't see the speed limit sign after you turn.
Okay.
You can't really see that too, that's blocked by foliage.
Yeah.
So just a little cleanup of the trees and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Helps.
Okay.
But also just some of the.
Yeah, we'll have them look into it, thank you.
What's
I
the
do.
last name again?
Rebels, Romeo, Echo, Bravo, Echo, Lima, Sierra.
Once you save that intersection and make all of us safer, we might have to rename Jardine Lane after you.
Yeah, right. Ramble.
Okay, I know why Jardine Lane is, remember it used to be a dirt road? Okay, because the family who owned the house next to it and the house after that was the Jardines. So,
Oh, wow.
let them.
They're keeping it.
I don't need them.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for all the effort, really appreciate it.
It's a kumbaya night.
Well, it's nice when people come in with solutions rather than just, complaints.
Hello. You can sit at the other table if that stuff's all in your way. Okay. It should be on, just tap it. No, then there's a button in front there, you just put your finger on it.
There you go.
There, you're on.
There it is. Hi, Mayor and Council. My name's Miguel Sanchez. I live in Kinnelon. I was here 2 years ago to opt out of the water meter. You were gracious enough to say you can opt out at that point. And then just this month, I received a final notice about getting the meter and all that. I also see that I talked to Joe, and he mentioned that you guys determined what I was asking for was a reasonable fee, opt-out fee, but I hear that it's $50 a reading. I think that is totally unreasonable for coming and reading the meter. So I wanted to address that. I see that it's on the agenda. I don't know if you guys voted it in or it as old business already, or is
It has
that
not been
coming
voted
up?
on yet. Has not been voted on yet.
Okay, how did the $50 come to be?
Our borough administrator said he did research in other municipalities, and that was his conclusion.
Okay, and then how about if I read the meter for you 3 times a year and you come once a year to audit it?
I mean, that would be something, we can't make that decision now, but we would discuss it and talk about it. I don't know if we'd have to talk to our attorney, is that something we can do, and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, it would be reasonable, right?
The
Because
key is
we
whatever
used to do this in the.
We have to do it town-wide, so that's the only thing, whatever we do, we have to be able to do it so that everybody will
Everywhere.
take part.
I understand there's only 2 people trying to opt out of this whole town. Me and somebody else.
I don't think that's true, but I don't know. I know,
Okay.
I thought there was a lot more. I thought there was,
There's like 80 meters that still have to.
yeah.
There was 80 that still had to go, and that's why you sent the final notice saying we're gonna shut your water off if you don't comply. So, but I don't think all those 80 are gonna opt out, but that's my understanding, it's a small percentage. So I'm trying to work with you guys. I mean, $50 a quarter that's $200 a year. That's like almost at least a quarter's worth of water
Okay.
for this. And I mean, in the past, in the old days, we used to read the PSE&G meter. We had the card, right? And we'd read it for the guys and do that every month, call it in. I don't have a problem doing that. You guys already know my problem with the
Yep.
meter.
Yep.
And I don't want that on the house and all that. I mean, there's other options of maybe shielding the meter as well, but I didn't go down that road. I'm going down the opting out and paying a reasonable fee, but at $50, I think there should be another option of maybe calling it in. That's calling in the number ever since this started, I started recording my water meter anyway, so I'm already used to taking my notes on that.
Okay, I mean, it's up for adoption tonight. I didn't know what the council's thoughts were. If you still want to move forward with it, or you want to discuss it, we could table it for a month, correct?
You could.
I didn't plan it this way, by the way. I just,
No,
I didn't see that. I thought it was already adopted, so, just from when I talked to Joe.
Well, one of the things we have to consider is, you may say that you're going to, call us and give us the information, but what if you don't?
Yeah, sure, put something in the ordinance about fining me for not calling it in, or if you come at the audit and there's a major discrepancy, there should be some penalty on me for not reporting it properly. I'm all for that. But $50 a quarter, and if it's only to a handful of guys or people that are opting out that you're making to come and read the meter, I mean, I'm trying to come with some working.
Well, I think the point of the fee is so that we cover our expense, the borough's expenses for sending a person out there to do it. And it means that somebody's gonna get in their truck, go out to your house, read the meter, get back
Yeah.
in the truck, come back, take the information that was gathered, give it to the proper people, and that was calculated as being $50 every time. That's basically the borough's expense every time that happens. So that's why that figure was.
Understood.
Yeah.
I understand that, but I'm trying to like give you and instead of sending somebody, I could give you a reading every month if you wanted or something, but yeah, that's my comment.
So, I'd
So-
make a motion that we table it for the month.
Yeah.
Take a look at it.
Karen, do you know when the water bill goes out next?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Because I remember we wanted to put a notice in there. I want to make sure we have time if we wait a month.
You can still put it out. You can still put it out in the mail, and then we can always, because we
Yeah, it won't be
technically
adopted.
introduced.
You'll be reading it July 1st or
Yeah,
2nd.
'cause we
That's
technically-
typically on the quarter. You come the first day of the month or the last day of the month,
Okay.
The
you're there.
introduction still stands, so.
So you want to make a motion to table that, or when we get to it, we'll talk about it.
What can I do to,
No, we're just going to table it, and then we'll have a discussion. If you want to gather some information and you come to our workshop and make a presentation of why we should lower it, and like you kind
Or-
of did,
or
but maybe
the
have
option of
more
reading.
ammo and, be able to say Montville charges this, and, and go that route.
so during your working meeting?
Yeah, we have a workshop.
Like a week
It's
before
the
this?
second Thursday of the month.
Second Thursday? Okay.
You could also buy some Girl Scout cookies.
All right.
Does that sound okay?
$200 with the Girl Scout. cookie.
Yeah. Son of a, okay.
Well, thank you for coming up. Hi.
Hi, I'm Kathy Presti.
Hi, Kathy.
I live at
Just
36 Key Town.
Just push the button so the green light lights up. There you go.
All right, Kathy Presti, I live at 36 Key Town, and this is a question for our borough attorney. All right, so I live at 36 Key Town, and we had found out that there's an easement on our property to the right. So if you're looking at my house, there's an easement on the right. the property behind us is, is being bought by, what's his name is Tyler Van Valk. That's at, 39 Kinnelon Road. My questions are, the town bought the easement from the previous owners. The Meads owned the house before us. The town bought, the Meads donated the, not donated, they gave the property to the town for an easement. Then the easement was sold to the former judge in town and Klimak. So Mr. Klimak and Judge, what's his name? D'Angelo, thank you. Nothing happened from 1992 to now, 2016, 2026. All of a sudden, this guy wants to buy the property, fine. The easement is not between this guy and the town. The easement is between D'Angelo and the town. But this guy is saying the easement is attached to the property that I bought that Mr. D'Angelo owned. D'Angelo sold me the property on Kinnelon Road. That easement goes with it. It's not. The easement is not between this guy and the town or D'Angelo. My question to you is, what do I do now? What do I do when a guy is saying the easement is attached to the property? It's nowhere in anything that D'Angelo gave the easement to this guy. He just says, it's my property. That easement is attached. So my question to you is, what procedure, what can I do to show there is nothing written that the easement is attached to that property to a guy whose name is not on the forms?
Yeah, it appears to me, and I don't know anything about it other than what you're telling me just now, it's a property dispute between adjacent neighbors. That's not something that the borough gets involved in. You should probably consult with an attorney and see what your rights are.
But all I'm getting is that the borough is saying, yeah, it's a bundled thing. The property, the easement,
I can tell you as a general rule, easements go with the land. They run with the land.
but if it's, the easement is between the borough and D'Angelo, and never anywhere is there written notice that D'Angelo sold the easement to the guy. Nowhere there's a written statement saying that that property and the easement are connected.
What is the easement for?
They want to put in gas and,
What is the, have you seen the deed of easement? It
yeah,
has to be recorded, and it's for what, utilities?
just water. And they want to put in everything.
Yeah. Again, I don't represent you, so I don't want to.
No, I'm just asking your opinion.
But yeah, I would consult with an attorney because they might be looking to expand the easement over and above what it's actually, what was purchased and what was granted. I mean, there are a lot of defenses you may have, but somebody needs to look at that very carefully.
But I just have one more question. If the easement is between just A and B partners, and B and C don't have anything to do with it, how can they say, oh yeah, it's attached to the
Yeah,
easement?
I understand your point, and again, without having seen the easement itself, the deeds, I wouldn't be able to give you an opinion on that. So,
It went through the Board of Adjustments, I know that,
okay.
so I don't know if that
But, yeah, that's for whatever relief they may have needed, to, you know, to put in whatever they're doing there, but, yeah, again, if there's a borough easement and you wanna send that to me, I'm happy to take a look at that. But if it's between you and the property owner behind you or adjacent property.
But he's
owner-
not, you're saying that an easement is attached to a property sold. But if it never says in the easement, hey, if I sell this property, this easement is going with it,
What was, you said it was, the borough received the easement?
between the first two parties.
If you wanna send that to me, I'm happy to take a look at that. If the borough's involved, I'll advise the borough as to what I think it should do,
Okay,
all right?
I could do that.
And, yeah, you can send it to Karen, and she'll
Thank
get
you.
it to me.
Okay, sounds
All right.
good. Thanks, Karen. Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy. Anybody else from the public want to be heard? Okay, hearing none, we're going to close it to the public. And Now you're gonna watch me roll. Here we go. All right. Payment of bills for May 21st, 2026. You all had an ability to look at it, ask questions. I need someone to approve the bills so we can pay them.
Make a motion.
I need a second.
Second.
I need a roll call, please.
Councilperson Maybe?
Yes.
Churdo?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Reckler?
Yes.
Okay, we have the consent agenda, which has 3 proclamations and A through I. Councilman Reckler asked, do you want G pulled out for discussion? Okay, okay, so we're voting right now on the 3 proclamations, and B through I. A has already been approved. That was the appointment of Eric Colvin as our new borough administrator. So I'm looking for a motion to approve the 3 proclamations, B through I without G.
Make a motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Maybe?
Yes.
Councilman Churdo?
Yes.
Councilman Harris?
Yes.
Councilwoman Frank?
Yes.
Councilman Reckler?
Just to be sure, we're.
Everything but G.
Okay, yes.
Okay, now we're on to resolutions G. Resolution G is 5.08, 2026. It's a shared service agreement between Kinnelon Borough and the Kinnelon Board of Education for an SLEO Class 3 officer. Anybody on the council have any comments?
I just think, I think it's, I said it before, I just think it's good that the agreement, increased 2 part-timers to full-time, and we have an officer in every school.
Okay, thank you. All right, any other comments? Okay, I need a motion to approve G, which is Resolution 508, 2026.
Make a motion.
I need a second. Is Eric? Yep, thank you. I need a roll call, please.
Councilperson Maybe?
Yes.
Churdo?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Reckler?
No.
Maybe you went? Okay. Payment of school taxes. We got to pay the schools. Ready for this one, Joy? $3,510,791. So again, $3,510,791. I need a motion to pay the schools.
Make a motion.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilperson Maybe?
Yes.
Churdo?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Reckler?
Good news, school's open tomorrow. All right.
You know, you multiply that by 4, that's actually 12.
12.
12, no, just 4.
So 3,500,000 times 12. There you go. All right, we need the treasurer's report and tax collector's report.
The Treasury's report indicates that we started out with cash on hand as of March 31st, 2026, in the amount of $10,396,608.03. Receipts for the month of April totaled $2,572,060.92, with disbursements amounting to $5,011,349.69. The new balance on hand, April 30th, 2026, was $7,957,319.26.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to old business. We're looking at ordinance 5, 2026. It's an ordinance to amend chapter 207, the zoning restrictions of Borough of Kinnelon. I heard a motion to pull it from Councilman Harris, if you wanted to have some. So we have a first to pull it from Councilman Harris. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilperson Maybe?
Yes.
Churdo?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Reckler?
Okay. Okay, now we're moving on to ordinance 6-2026. It's the amend chapter 199 of the water, establish a fee for manual reading of the water meters. Did I hear that we want to,
I made a motion that we table this one until next month so that we can
Discuss it.
discuss it and find
Or workshop.
others, solutions
Okay.
potentially.
do I have a second for that?
Second.
Can I have a roll call, please?
Councilpersons Maybe?
Yes.
Churdo?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Reckler?
Yes.
If the invoices are going out, I think we should still,
Yeah,
if we did introduce it.
we can always give them a
still
credit if we change it, yeah.
Continue to put it out, just in
Okay.
case.
We're just not billed the first,
Yeah, just to put them on notice.
Okay, that's done. Okay, now we're moving on to ordinance 8-2026. It is a bond ordinance appropriating $1,280,000 and authorizing the issuance of $1,216,000 in bonds or notes of the borough for various improvements or purposes authorized to be undertaken by the Borough of Kinnelon in the County of Morris, New Jersey. I need a motion to introduce.
Make a motion?
Second, I need a roll call, please.
Councilpersons Maybe,
Yes.
Churdo,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Reckler.
Whereas the above ordinance was introduced at this meeting held on May 21st and read by title and passed on first reading, now therefore be resolved that at the regular meeting, which will be on June 18th at 7 p.m. prevailing time, the Kinnelon Municipal Building, this council will further consider for second reading and final passage of the said ordinance. Be it further resolved that the borough clerk of this borough is hereby directed to publish the proper notice thereof. Okay, now we're on to ordinance number 9-2026. We're getting there. I got like 2 more minutes, Joy. Hang in there, sister. All right, you ready? Ordinance 9-2026. It's a bond ordinance providing for the improvement of various roads in and by the Borough of Kinnelon in the County of Morris, New Jersey, appropriating $995,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $753,192 in bonds or notes for the borough for financing such appropriations. I need a motion to introduce.
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Guess what's next? Roll call.
Councilperson Maybe,
Yes.
Churdo,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Reckler.
Whereas the above ordinance was introduced at this meeting held on May 21st, 2026, and read by title and passed on first reading, and now therefore be it resolved that at the regular meeting to be held on June 18th, 2026, at 7 p.m. prevailing time at the Kinnelon Municipal Building, this council will further consider for second reading and final passage the said ordinance. Be it further resolved that the borough clerk of his borough is hereby directed to publish the proper notice thereof. All right, here she is, last one, ordinance number 10-2026, an ordinance to amend chapter 207 zoning restrictions in the Borough of Kinnelon. I need a motion to introduce.
Make a motion.
I need a second.
Second.
What's next? Roll call, all right, you're all paying attention. All right, roll call, please.
Councilperson Maybe,
Yes.
Churdo,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Reckler.
Yes, whereas the above ordinance was introduced at this meeting held on May 21st, 2026, and read by title and passed on first reading. Now therefore be it resolved that the regular meeting to be held on June 18th at 7 p.m. prevailing time at the Kinnelon Municipal Building, this council will further consider for second reading and final passage of the said ordinance. Be it further resolved that at the borough clerk of this borough is hereby directed to publish the proper notice thereof. All right, we're off with those. We're on to appointments. Appointments, we have Lou Eisenberg of BBG Real Estate Services and Liana Bassin of the Environmental Committee and Nancy Giacombo for the Historical Committee. I'm glad to see we got some members for Environmental and Historical. Do I have a motion to appoint them?
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Roll call. Well, how's this one? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? They're in. All right, we're getting ready to close this meeting. Anybody else have anything to say?
Mr. Mayor, I forgot to say something.
Yes, sir.
For, the observance for the VFW superstar resident Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Inducted as an honorary member of the whole, the VFW, so
That is awesome.
that gives another reason for you to come besides a bad hot dog. So please join us.
And what time is he going on?
Johnny?
Yeah, or what time does it start?
I say 12.
12-ish?
It starts at 12, so maybe 12:30.
Gianni Bravo. Okay.
Mayor, I don't know if you wanted it didn't come up in coordinating report. The museum is gonna have a rededication on, June 14th. Been ups and downs and some major improvements, a fire mixed in there, but, they're really excited for the ribbon cutting, grand reopening. a lot of activities. They got an ice cream truck, so scavenger hunt. So please come on down to the Kinnelon Museum on June 14th between 1 and 3:30.
It'll pop up on your app if you
Yeah,
put your app on
in the
there.
app, yeah.
All right, so that's the end of our meeting. Do I have a Glenn Cisco motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? We're done. Go Colts. And my cookies are open if anybody wants one, because I will eat it. You're welcome, George.